Honestly, I probably could talk hours about my whole coming out story and how it went all the way until today, where I am now. But this video right here, this one should be dedicated just to the moment where I realized I was trans, where I had found the answer to all the life questions I had in my life before, and yeah, how that went, how I found out, or how I admitted that I was trans to myself. So yeah, but there is of course much more to tell. I will make other videos on this topic about how I felt back in school, in my school days also, um, what things happened during my high school time, and yeah, everything that was before this moment where I realized I was trans, because I already showed lots of signs of being trans like 20 years ago already. I will make different dedicated videos to that, so please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss these videos. I also will upload more videos in the upcoming weeks about how my outing went, how my coming out to my family, to friends, to my university colleagues and everybody, how I managed to do that. Also, dedicated videos on that topic are planned on this channel in the next few weeks, so yeah, make sure to stay subscribed. Alright, so we are talking about my inner coming out actually at this moment, and I wasn't here, I wasn't at home when I had my inner coming out. I was far away from here, about 8,000 kilometers in the west, which is Miami. I was in Miami Beach on a language day. I went to the US for 3 months back in 2022. I had to do the language day for my studies because I studied English in order to become an English teacher, and so I had to live for at least 9 weeks in a country which is mainly English spoken. So yeah, I decided I went to the US back then, and I stayed in Miami Beach for a total of 12 weeks. And I already went to Miami with the attitude basically, yeah, these are people I'm getting to know there now, I am there on my own, I can live my life as I want, and I don't have to care about anybody, what they are thinking of me, because I will leave them in 3 months from now. So yeah, basically I said myself, don't give a fuck on everybody, just live your life and yeah, do whatever you like over the time you will stay there. And I already thought since the beginning I was there that I should give my thoughts I already had for a long time before about, yeah, what would it be like to live as a woman right here? Would it be like to be female as a whole? And I didn't try out anything before, but I had a good friend there at the time, which he shares the room I was staying while being in Miami Beach, because we lived in a hotel which was the language school in the same building. And yeah, I trusted him. He was a really good friend at the start. He showed me lots of secrets within the school. Also, he showed me some really nice grocery stores around. Yeah, he was a really good companion back then. And then one night we went out together. We went to the beach in Miami Beach, which is beautiful, of course, all the time. And yeah, we were just walking by the beach, and yeah, we talked about women in a very masculine, toxic masculine way, I'd say. So basically he talked that way, I just said and after some time talking, as said, we built up quite a good relationship within the first 2 to 3 weeks. We trusted each other. Yeah, it was nice. And after some time, I just told him, like out of nowhere, I just told him, well, you know, women are cool, women are nice, but actually, I would like to know, how is it to live as a woman in a woman body? And then, although I told him that, and although I trusted him, he reacted really weird on on my take, which I told him right there, and he instantly says things like, "Oh, you're psychologically ill. That's not good." He also directly came up with the topic of being transgender or whatever, and I, for myself, at a point, so I knew, yeah, transgender is a thing, trans people exist, okay, but I always rejected the thought that I myself might be transgender. I always thought like, well, okay, maybe I might be weird with my thoughts and my things I'm thinking all the time, but I'm definitely not transgender. No, that must be something totally different. I'm not transgender by no way. And although this was kind of difficult, that somebody I trusted and somebody I thought was a good friend of me reacted that way, that didn't distract me from my thoughts and from the things I was thinking all the time. And basically, he at least tried to tell me that I should do something about it, and that's what I did. So what I did during my language day, or just 1 or 2 days after that encounter where I told him that I'm really interested in being a woman, actually, I contacted a consultation center here in Switzerland and basically told them what my feelings and thoughts were about, yeah, for the past few years. I wrote them like 4 whole pages in Word. I described them so much about everything, and yeah, just I think 2 days after I got a response from somebody, just with information about what being transgender really means, what being transgender encounters and everything. So I just got plain information. I didn't get something like, yeah, you might really be transgender. Yes, you are transgender based on your thoughts or whatever. No, they didn't tell me such things. I just got information about transgender, that people who are transgender are valid, of course, and everything. So yeah, I basically just got plain information, and they told me, hey, have a look at this. Maybe it resounds with you, maybe it doesn't. If it does so, if you have questions, just let us know and we can have a call at some point and talk about everything. And yeah, what I did was I worked through the material and all the information they gave me for about 5 days, I think, and after 5 days, yeah, it basically was clear for me I was transgender. So, no, actually, it was clear for me really, really fast, because at that point, it was the first time in my life I got actually real information about being transgender. Before in school, I didn't know something like transgender exists. I've never been told or never learned anything about anything else than being straight, or that only men and women exist, basically. I never learned anything else in school. I never learned anything about LGBTQIA+, or about being queer, everything. No, that was not part of my education at any point. So yeah, basically I started working through the material they sent me, and I thought really, really quick, yeah, this applies to me. Yes, this is also something I'm thinking all my life already. Yeah, basically 80% of everything quite really applied to me by the time just I read it, and it made so much sense for me, everything I read and the way I got this information. Yeah, so for me it was clear quite fast that yes, this is true, this is what I am and who I am, of course. So yeah, basically, by the way, I just looked up the email, or I found the email again. It dates from June 20th in 2022. And yeah, basically what I got of information is they sent me the page genderdysphoria.fyi. That's a really good page, actually. I read through the whole page. It contains so much information. I read through the whole page, I think. They also told me to make the experiment of giving myself a different name and call other people or tell other people to call me by that name. I didn't do that because it felt really weird at the beginning, but yeah, just after a few days, after I read through the material, after I read through the websites they sent me, and also some videos they sent me, by the way, yeah, I really felt, no, it's true actually. Well, no, stop rejecting these thoughts you're having at the moment. No, just admit yourself to being transgender, and that's quite cool. Yeah, so this was basically the moment I realized I was transgender. I got lots of material, I read through it, I worked through it, I made additional research on the internet, I watched documentaries about people being transgender, and it applied so quickly for me. I could connect to these topics and everything that has been said so quickly that I just realized, hey, this has always been me, but I never I never admitted to the thought of being transgender, because I also was sort of afraid of being transgender all the time. But this was really the point where I thought, if I really want to do it, now it's the point. Now it's the point to change something. And yeah, that's basically it. After that, I had, I think, 3 video calls with them where I could talk to them, where I could ask all the questions I wanted to ask. I also went to see a therapist back in Miami, who also, basically just confirmed that these thoughts which I'm having are very valid and are not mental illness or anything. So this was also quite good. And after that, after I had the confirmation for myself, after I also had valid confirmations, I'd say, by external people, I told my brother first that I'm probably transgender, and we also discussed how I'm going to tell my parents and everybody else. And basically my inner coming out lasted for, I think, 2 weeks or so, and after 4 weeks in total, I outed myself to my parents, to my closest friends, and after that I went to New York. So that's that's a little part of my language say, which I did 2.5 years ago in America. And that's the moment, or that's how I realized I was transgender. And now, 2.5 years later, I'm happier than ever to have made that decision to come out, to change my way of living, to become my true self. And I'm really, as said, I'm happier than ever before, or I can feel what happiness really is for the first time of my life, basically since since last summer, I'd say, since I started taking HRT and everything already. So I hope you liked this video. As said, I will make more content on signs of being trans I already showed during my time in school, during my time in high school and everything. There were also things during my military service I did in Switzerland, so I will also make a dedicated video on that topic, how it was for me being in a man's world in the Swiss army, which was, by the way, not bad, to be honest. But there will be more content on that, and I will also make videos on how everybody reacted to my outing. And do not miss these videos. Please subscribe to my channel. If you liked the video, please leave a like, that would be really nice. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye!